To the YouTube channel, Richard Mwanje. How are you guys doing? Hope you're great. Alright, time to cover something very interesting today. And don't forget on the Richard Waje's YouTube channel, we'll talk about what's happening around the Super Falcons, the Super Eagles, and in general, Nigerian football and Nigerian sport. And today, something very interesting we'll talk about around the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Alright, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Now, alright, let's talk about the 5 fastest Super Falcons players. That's our topic for today. We'll follow up with the 5 fastest Super Falcons player, and don't forget to press the subscription button. Yes, press it. Notification, yeah, press it. So you can always be kept appraised with what's happening around the Super Falcons, Super Eagles, and the national team. And let's start up with numbers. Let's start from the top 5, and let's start from the 5th position where Chiwendu Yezo is in number 5. Now she's forward. She's forward, of course, striker, noted for her dynamic movement and ability to make attacking runs. She's very fast. Yeah, very fast. She plays for Pocha Femino and the Super Falcons. Yeah, Super Falcons. We watched her score the goal for the Super Falcons. Can you remember? She went to score the goal in the Lome, where the Super Falcons played that very interesting game against Benin. She has pace. She could play from the flank and play as your striker. So she has that pace. And if you check her reports from different matches, she's a threat and always very fast now. So she takes a number 5 position at Chiwendu. We talk about the 5th fastest Super Falcons player. We have Chiwendu in that particular position. And number 4 will be Esther Okoronkwo. Now Esther Okoronkwo, who can play from the wing and also play as your forward and play behind your striker, is our 4th fastest Super Falcons player. She's powerful, mobile, constantly moving around the lines. So she always moving around the line, and once she has the ball, she can move. Now she has this powerful left leg, which help her to do the fast movement. So when it comes to that fast ball, you need someone to do that fast movement. At the 4th position among the Super Falcons, current player who is very fast would be Esther Okoronkwo. So beyond Esther Okoronkwo's ability to play set pieces, play penalties, score goals and everything, she has that pace. So she sits in our number 4 position among the top 5 fastest Super Falcons players. And number 3 will be Winsola Babajide. Yes, and when it comes to one-on-one forward who has that pace, you have to Winsola Babajide. Now she's very fast. Now she can play as a winger, she can play as a forward. She plays for Roma, where she plays her club football. Now when it comes to in the wing, she has that speed to beat defenders. You can't try when it comes to that playing from the wing. That's where most times you can see her come up with her pace, and she's very good with the ability to score goals. Yeah, we saw her play for the Super Falcons during the WAFCON in Morocco, scoring some important goals, very important goals. And we'll talk about the fact that one of her greatest attributes is her speed, and she sits in the number 3 position as the 3rd fastest Super Falcons player. And number 2 will be nobody else but the veteran herself, the greatest footballer from Africa, as many would call her, Asisat Ishola. Yeah, she's in number 2 position as the fastest Super Falcons player. She's a veteran, and we know how fast she can be. Now, on counter attacks, you are against Asisat Ishola, just know that it definitely would be a goal. She has the pace, she has the ability to run and take on defenders. Playing currently her football in Saudi Arabia, she sits in the number 2 position as the fastest Super Falcons player. Yeah, when it comes to that pace, Asisat Ishola is always there, and she has proved herself well from Barcelona, Arsenal, Liverpool, to going to go and play for BFC in the American area, and definitely playing great football already in the Saudi Arabia League. And all she has shown one very interesting thing is that her pace. Many of us can remember that her goal she scored, in the World Cup, where it was still that fast, that pace, that speed she used to score that particular goal. So she's sitting on number 2 position. And number 1 position will be nobody else but Rasheedat Ajibade. She's no doubt the fastest Super Falcons player. And she's currently the captain of the Super Falcons. Play her football for PSG in Europe. And when it comes to pace, she's very fast. If you've watched her in the under 17, under 20 level, and even at the Super Falcons level, you know that when it comes to that playing from the wing, Rasheedat Ajibade has that incredible speed. That's why many people really criticize the coach of the Super Falcons when he tries to play her through the midfield, because her best role is through the wing, and she sits as the fastest Super Falcons player. No player comes close to her when it comes to pace. She is very, very fast, very, very fast. And we can talk about that fact that when she plays in that wing, she's able to give those beat on defenders and give those link up plays from the wing. So she sits as the number 1 position as the fastest player in the Super Falcons current squad. Don't forget the top 5. We had number 4 position. We had Chiwindu in number 4. Number 5 rather. Chiwindu was number 5 position. Very, very fast, playing for Pacha Femino in Mexico. Number 4 we had Esther Okoronkwo. Number 3 we had Vinsola Babajide, and number 2 we had Asashola, and number 1 was nobody else but Rashid Ajibade. Don't forget to follow the next episode. We'll talk about the Super Eagles 5 fastest player. This is the Richard Nwaje's YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow up the biggest stories around the Super Falcons, the Super Eagles, and what's happening around there. This is the episode where we focus on the top 5 current Super Falcons players. See you in the next episode.